We're almost treating this like a freaking YouTube video.
Avengers Endgame review by a bunch of Xbox dudes. What are we saying? Zoltan,
Okay. Well,
you take the leadership. What are you saying about the movie?
10 out of 10. Amazing.
I would agree with that. But if it was out of 100, I'd say 98 because nothing is perfect.
True. Respect that.
So 9.8 out of 10.
And I wouldn't. There wasn't really any flaws. No, I didn't really see any flaws in the movies. I mean,
The one thing I will
sure,
say
it was
is
3 hours. Kind of got slow at some points, but
the one thing I will say is I'm mad that they didn't bring back Peter Parker earlier.
I mean, at least they showed up for the final battle.
Yeah, but that was, oh my god, that movie was crazy. That movie was crazy. We're allowed to talk how like
So,
we're allowed to talk about it because it's a spoiler thing. Like we're spoiling the movie already because we've both seen it. We're good guys. We're only talking about it to
at
ourselves
least,
though.
but better put spoilers in the title. So,
Of course, nothing less. I should probably have something playing in the
so
background so it's not just boring. Look at me scroll through my games. So, what should I play, Zoltan? You want to play 2K while we talk about it?
fuck it, why not?
Hell yeah, dude. All right, let's talk about the opening sequence.
Main sequence. Hawkeye, his
That
daughter,
was a
and family.
very emotional entry to the movie when Hawkeye's family just
Already knew.
disappeared.
Already knew it was
Yeah,
gonna
I'm saying
happen.
I didn't want to see it like that though. That shit really hurt. He's like, I don't know the daughter's name because I'm not
Shit, I
good with
forgot
names.
too.
But I'm like, yo, no, and all four of them disappeared. I'm like, damn.
And shoot, he was training her and everything.
And then this man came as Ronin.
Hitting the bullseye. Yep.
She had
Yeah,
really good aim.
that's his actual name. Cause I remember someone saying in the comments like how I don't remember exactly, but something happens where he became Ronin, and then his daughter took the mantle of Hawkeye. So
But that shit
yeah,
really hurt. I also saw this one
turns
theory.
around for 1 second. But
There was this one theory that I seen way before the movie came out, and it was saying that basically the Spider-Man Homecoming happened in an alternate universe from the real
oh
cinematic
my,
universe because of the drawing that
that's
the
what.
little girl made about the Avengers
Yeah,
New York thing, and he was already Ronin in that picture because he didn't have a bow and arrow; he had a
that's
sword.
interesting. That's what people were making speculation about this movie, this Spider-Man movie. Some people were saying that it was an alternate universe. Some people were saying that this happened. Some people were saying that this happened before Infinity War. Like, if that's the case, then oh boy.
Nah, it's not. It's based after the events, but like when Captain Marvel showed up,
Hold on, I think we missed something. I think
what
we
did we
missed
miss?
something.
Oh, when Ant
Hold on,
Man came back.
his family disappeared. Family disappeared, and then that that, that Martin and the Marvel thing came up, and then that music that came up when the Marvel logo showed up. That was kind of odd for me because I'm like, it was so like dramatic and like sad until you just start hearing that music. I'm like, what is this? It was kind of odd for me.
Bro, how Ant Man came back was freaking weird though, cause the rat bring him back from the
Freaking
quantum
right.
realm. I thought he was gonna get stuck in a time vortex.
Captain America shaved his beard.
That I got so mad about that.
I like his beard, but then again, I like him without his beard. So
He looks good with
either
both
way,
beard
I
out,
think he looks
but
cool.
like, come on, man,
Well, you should have
Captain
seen him.
America.
You should have seen him. You should have seen Chris Evans once having an interview. He had
Yeah,
like
I seen the
he had
mustache.
like the
Yeah, that
J.
was
Jonah
weird.
Jameson, the
That
J.
looked
Jonah
really
Jameson
weird.
look.
I was like, what the freak, bro?
Like he could pass as like a young J. Jonah Jameson if they for whatever reason ever did that.
I heard that he's gonna be moving on to directing in Disney Plus.
Because some of the heroes are gonna be having TV shows like Loki, not one, what's her name, Scarlet Witch, Hawkeye, and someone else.
They better give my girl Black Widow her own show.
She's getting her movie. I think it's gonna be a prequel though.
Yeah, because she's dead. Sorry, we spoke about that way too soon, but she did die. Um,
So
how Ant-Man got brought back, that really threw me as a little kid. Like,
yeah, like so
but that was no, that's after Avengers went to go kill Thanos.
oh yeah, I totally forgot about that.
They all just like
Freaking
geared up.
Captain Marvel just comes flying through the house and just taking him on. Then they all restrain him, and they're just confronting him, and then which leads to like one of the most unexpected things I would ever see in a Marvel movie.
They legit
Just
killed.
he's in the
They
middle
cut
of
off
his
his arm and they killed him.
in the
Thor
middle of his
decapitated
sentence,
his ass.
Thor just chopped his head off. Like, holy sh! Like I was like, what's it called? I was at some restaurant. There's this movie theater that I have that's built here. It's apparently like an entertainment thing. Like they have arcades there, and it's almost like a freaking restaurant. Like you can sit down and you can order food, like actual food, like restaurant food, while you're waiting for the movie. It's cool.
That's pretty tight.
So, but anyway, Dom and I we ordered like a big thing of nachos, and I just had when we were watching that part, I looked down for like a split second just to grab nachos, and right when I did, I just heard a big chop, and I looked up and I just saw Thanos' head fly. I was like, what the hell?
Bro, I was not expecting that to
Like
be
what
honest
is
with you.
this?
That really threw me.
This thing
And then I was
just
like, so you're telling me they could just kill him like that? Like that wasn't satisfying. It was satisfying though. It wasn't that satisfying. I thought it was gonna be way more satisfying.
I mean, it's one of those. It's like one of those deaths that was like satisfying, but then again, it's just kind of like dark how it happened just like that.
I was really hoping like, cause he said he shrunk it down to like atoms. And I was like, yo, Ant-Man shrinks down into atoms. Why don't they just get Ant-Man to grab the Infinity Stones? But then they came up with time travel. A time
Oh my
heist.
god, I messed that up. Oh yeah. Tony Stark has a family,
That
daughter.
was cool.
Saw her wearing Pepper's helmet.
Yeah, that was freaking dope.
I was like, hold up, what is this? I'm like, is that the rescue armor that Pepper wears in the comics? Get more to that later, but shit.
That was pretty tight.
I'm usually good
And then-
at memorizing the scenes, but like this was like 3 hours and so much crap was happening that it's kind of hard.
Okay, so it
So-
went the time heist, and they tried to, I don't know, they discussed with Tony about it. Tony said, hell no, that sounds stupid.
And he started working on some time travel stuff.
He started
and I
working
remember
on it.
He said like shit. And then his
Yes.
daughter happened to be
Oh no,
she's like,
that you're going too far ahead. Cause then they went and tried to do it, and they kept messing up on
Yeah.
Ant-Man. Ant-Man turned into like teenage him, middle school him, baby him, old man him,
I think baby me peed myself.
or my old me, or just
old
me.
Yeah, I totally forgot about Professor Hulk.
Yeah, Professor Hulk was such a cool addition, bro. Cause this man was just Banner,
I seen
Banner's mind, and
taking
Hulk's body.
selfies with kids.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. We can't talk about the movie no more. I don't know if Angel, have you seen it? Okay, then we can't talk about it no more.
For something real quick. I'm about to leave. Shut up. Damn. I ain't received nothing, so I don't know what the hell you talking about.
Okay. What are you gonna say before that though?
Nothing. That was it.
Well, shit.
So you must have sent to a wrong number or something.
Uh oh.
Oh god.
You might have to
That's all
text
I'm
Devin
gonna
about that. All right, that was weird, but whatever. Oh, it's cool, but where were we? We're like, baby me. Yeah, that thing right there, right? Professor Hulk.
No, we were talking about professional.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
We
that was
started
such
taking
a
selfies with the kids.
that was so freaking funny, bro.
Don't know who Ant-Man is. What was after that? Oh yeah, Tony was working on the.
He
What's it called?
discovered that shit. He like, oh yeah, I know how to do it flawlessly.
Yeah. Shit. And his daughter just says shit.
So what are you doing here?
I was like,
Shit.
okay.
Oh no, don't say that. And then
And then I'm trying to remember what happened after that.
he went up to because Captain America was there working on it with all of them and Scarlett Johansson. I mean Black Widow. Black Widow was there with it.
Oh yeah, then Rocket came back. Rocket and what's his name? Rocket and Nebula came. And then freaking War Machine just comes flying down. What's up, regular size man?
Nah, but you missed it because I'm a. What's his name? Tony was already there at that time, wasn't he?
I think. Yeah, he did.
Because Tony pulled up with the little wristbands and shit. Or the handband, really, because that's what it is, a handband.
How did I grab that?
He had the handband.
Anyway.
And then. And like he gave Captain America
Oh yeah,
his
he
shield
also.
back.
Yeah, his shield.
That shit was
That was
amazing.
awesome. Finally put their differences aside.
We're still getting on his ass
Anthony
though.
Davis, if you don't screw off.
Oh, we forgot the whole part when Tony Stark came back and how he got saved by Captain Marvel.
And how he went off on Cap and like ripped
He
his
was
freaking-
snapping on Captain America. I was like, yo, what?
Like, this dude is heated.
He legit almost killed
This
himself.
movie right now. I was about to say that would have been so like, it'd been so odd just to have Tony die that way, just like getting so pissed off.
He like killed himself. No, you know, fuck it. I'll take my heart out. What? Why?
You
He
don't
pissed
want
me
my
off.
heart?
Why would you damage yourself because he pissed you off? Well, that's the point, isn't it?
Dude, that was just. And then I think they started discussing more about the time travel thing, and then I think that's when they started doing the suit. Oh no. I think Black Widow went to go look for Ronan.
Yes.
Hawkeye.
And he was speaking Japanese. I felt like I was watching an anime.
Basically.
We have hope.
You're just like running through the building, kicking people out of windows and shit.
This motherfucker, he was so vulgar with everything.
This dude
He
just
stabbed
like
old
became
dude?
like a serial killer.
Yeah, no one's gonna talk about the fact that this man was legit a serial killer on a bunch of people that did nothing to him.
Like, we didn't hurt your family. Oh, that's too bad then. I'm still killing you.
Why are you killing us? You survived. What?
You survived and my family didn't.
That man was a serial killer and didn't no one want to talk about it. Like Black Widow witnessed this man kill somebody for no reason. I broke ankles, by the way, and I was agreeing. But
She was just so shocked by what she saw.
she gave no fucks. I was like, yo, we're not gonna talk about this. And then, what's it called? Right after that,
She finally convinced him.
when they found
Comes back
Thor.
with dude, that was.
That was hilarious. And then they had Fortnite in the background. And Korg?
That kind of pissed me off, but then I was like, all right.
My man Korg though?
Nuke Master.
His name was Noob Master 77 or whatever. I will fly. I am the god of thunder. I will fly over to wherever you are. Like, wow.
Dude, this dude was fat the whole time. I had a feeling when Valkyrie showed him like the beer. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like some freaking depressed drunken dude. But it turned out a little worse than I thought, because when I saw when he got fat, I was like, holy shit.
You can still see the abs on him though. He just had a beer belly on top of it.
Yeah, basically.
What?
I was hoping that it would change that would change like throughout the movie, but it just
But he
didn't
just
because
stayed
it was
fat
so
the whole
weird to
time.
see. I mean, he was still kicking butt. I mean, not like how he usually is, but like,
We're kicking ass and taking names.
it's just
I mean,
it's so. Oh my
taking ass
god.
and kicking names. You remember that from Infinity War? What do you guys do? We kick names and take ass. And he's like, yes, that's exactly what we do. Shout out my man Drax, bro.
Perfect.
Fucking love Drax.
Batista. Dave Batista. God damn,
Dave
I almost butchered
Bautista.
that. Dave Batista.
I broke your fucking ankle.
After that.
So right after they got Thor back in Fortnite shit, the way they got him back, probably beer.
Yeah, he came back in like he still came back in like civilian clothes. And I think and if I remember, Tony made like a reference, like he made fun of Thor. He made like some weird reference. I forgot what it was because there's some actor or someone like that looks just like how Thor looked in the movie, big beard and everything. And
Yeah, I don't.
after
They
that,
made a bunch
I
of pop
think,
culture references.
and oh yeah, when War Machine was making all those time traveling references like Back to the Future, Terminator, and all that stuff. Like how
They got a really good freaking point though. They said, why would you go back in time to come back, but it would change the timeline? I said, no, it wouldn't. See, that's not how it works. You just make a split end universe. And I was like,
isn't
yo,
that
this
what that one lady told
Yes.
Bruce?
When they
When,
okay, we're getting
about,
really
about
head
taking
now.
the Infinity Stones. Okay. All right. So Captain America gives the speech. You know your missions. You know your teams.
Yep.
No do-overs. And stuff
Oh, wait a
like
minute. We
that.
didn't even
And
come to
Rock
how
is
they
like,
got the thing though, because they said, because
thing.
Black Widow was really smart with it. She said there would be 3 Infinity Stones in New York if you picked the right year.
Yeah. Wait, they were all talking about the Infinity Stones, and Thor had like some
With the
mental
reality
breakdown. That was like the most awkward scene in that movie for me.
That man Thor was on some other shit in that movie, bro.
Like I'm like he's really like down about this. I'm like I never knew someone like him would be so down.
Like this, a god is depressed about killing Thanos. That he couldn't do it the first time.
Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie.
Oh my god, Valkyrie?
Nice.
Valkyrie freaking awesome. But how he got New Asgard, we didn't even talk about that. New Asgard?
They don't even
Old
look
Asgard
new.
is destroyed.
Yeah. If you think about it, that's like a downgrade
It's a
to what
really big
Asgard really
downgrade.
was.
Like a ginormous downgrade. Like what the fuck? Oh shit, you took the lead. Hold on, bitch.
Oh, he's not gonna guard him. Okay.
Smothered coverage.
Still made it.
I had a very early release on it anyway.
And now they were talking about how that fell again. And now they're getting ready to do the time travel. Captain America gives a speech. You know your mission. You know your teams. No dudes. And he said like 2 or 3 other things. I forgot. And Rocky's like, he's pretty good at that.
Yeah, he is pretty fucking good at that. Oh, okay. And then when they went back to him in New York, the first 3.
First Avengers.
No, because it was Ant-Man, Iron Man, and Captain America that all went to New York.
Yeah, that's when. Yeah,
And
that's when
Hulk.
the first Avengers happened. Oh yeah, yeah. Captain America, Iron Man, Ant-Man, and Hulk. Yeah, Hulk went to go get the time stone from where the sanctum was, where Doctor Strange
that lady,
was, but Doctor Strange didn't happen.
And then when she
I
said,
thought
no, that was a little bit ahead. But when Hulk went over there, and asked about is Dr. Stephen Strange here. She said, "You're about 5 years too early." And I'm like, "Whoa."
I was like, hold up now. And when she like pushed him out of hospital, I'm like, did she just take his soul? Like what's his name, Shang Tsung from freaking Mortal Kombat?
She obviously can't. He obviously can't be the strongest thing in the universe if she just took his soul out like that. Like, damn.
It's like, jeez. I mean, I remember seeing something like that in Doctor Strange. I don't really remember what it was, but
that's also one of my favorite
I don't. The only part I remember is freaking Dormammu doing that time move.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
And I think when he was like arguing with his girlfriend and something, oh Jesus, and then she said, "This is the part where you apologize," and he's like, "This is the part where you leave." It's like, oh damn.
But then, when that lady did that to Thor, she was telling him about like the branch timelines and all that. And then
they went, and then they what's it called? Freaking Iron Man makes like a butt comment.
And then
Cap's like,
says, "No, that's
I didn't tell you to look at me." The whole audience in my theater were dying when he said that. That's America's ass.
But the audience in my movies was so weird, man. Motherfuckers was doing a bunch of shit like it was a play.
They got I think Ant-Man like went inside the past Tony's like heart or something, like short circuit his heart or something.
Killed him, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Nearly killed him. And when the actual Tony grabbed the Tesseract, he's about to leave it.
But how the hell did they get the Space Stone? Because fucking Loki took that shit.
How did they get? Hold on. Oh my goodness, how did they take it?
That's a great question, right? Like, I don't know how the fuck they got the Space Stone if Tony. It was Loki already took that shit.
Oh my god, that I just now thought of it. I'm trying to think if they somehow got it back, like somewhere in time in the movie.
Yeah.
Because I know Nebula and War Machine. They
Go
get.
How they got the Space Stone was they went back in time to where the Tesseract was in the army control in the 70s.
Tony and Cap.
Yeah.
And then Tony saw his dad. Cap
That
saw
was such
Peggy.
a heart touching moment right there when they was talking. And that was when what's his name? Stan Lee made his a cameo.
I saw that.
I didn't catch that at first. I had to go look it up online later. Where was his cameo? I don't know. I thought I think he gets a cameo in the next Spider-Man.
You never know. What if he has a bunch of cameos in like the whole other phases and we just don't know yet?
He like already like pre-filmed his cameos.
He's like, y'all thought I was done there?
You fools! You don't know the full extent of my power.
I've been doing this for years. I just haven't told y'all yet. What happened with Nebula? That it kind of confused me.
Whoa! We're way too ahead now.
Isn't that what the next scene came up?
Yes, but like
I could have sworn Nebula one was like one of the first ones we saw.
That was because we seen them go to get the Soul Stone. They didn't get it yet, but they were just on the thing to go get it.
That was Black Widow and Hawkeye.
Yeah, Black Widow and Hawkeye, bro. And they asked him, so how do we get it?
Soul for another. You pass it to me.
That was. We'll talk about that later.
That.
And then when they were going to go get the Power Stone,
that was not quit. Oh, Star-Lord out. He's sick.
Oh, he's stupid. Oh yeah. Bink. And then when they cut to Thanos and Gamora, I didn't know Gamora was with Thanos at that time. I thought she like left way earlier. And Nebula was there with her.
that was around the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy when she was still with. Now that thinking about, I could have sworn they said something how she like ran off after the.
Yeah, I'm saying. I didn't know she was still with Thanos at that time.
Maybe that would have happened like right after, but the Nebula crap captured her and stuff.
Yeah. Green. Okay. But then Nebula's thing, how there was two Nebulas together. And they got Nebula's memories from the future.
Freaking Bluetooth.
Yo, the two Nebulas are connected on the same network. What?
They share memories. Like legit twins.
That was fucking weird.
Oh,
I don't like how I don't like that because that was like.
Did he actually get blocked?
Yeah, it was by me.
The fact that he took so long to go up with that, it pissed me off.
I got the same amount of blocks as you, but more steals because I'm cooler.
Ankle breaker coming up. No, never mind. Shoot it.
But that was such a cheesy way to bring Thanos into the mix because the man found out about the plan.
Oh. You know what? Hold on. I'll tell you once we get to the part, because Dom was ranting on about this when we were going home. Said because when he told me, I was like, oh, that's probably like a plot hole or something.
But when they got him Thanos and all them from the earlier.
No. I'll tell you when we get there. But
because when they got her memories, right? They showed or they looked through her memories, and they showed Thanos in the future dying, but he had all the Infinity Stones. He's like, this is my destiny. And then
we never talked about when Rocket and Thor went to Asgard.
Oh yeah, that was so weird because the fat Thor
starts crying, and when he sees his mother, and he's like, and she's like, I know it's the future you. And I got confused myself, and she's like, I was raised by witches or something like that, and I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, it's pretty obvious this is not the Thor that I know, because this motherfucker was fat, and he had a way longer beard.
Jesus Christ, the whole team blocks you.
Oh bullshit! But as the Avengers fucked up
that pump fake. God. Anyway,
when they came back with Captain Marvel, that was fucking hilarious. But that pissed me off. I'm like, that was sweet.
She told Thor, like, gave him like a pep talk or something like that. I sound so uninterested about talking about the movie, but then again, I just can't remember the dialogue. So I'm usually pretty good at it.
And then when they had the thing, it was my destiny and all that, and the Thor thing, that was really. That man wanted to go to the wine cellar.
Then holds his hand out for his hammer, and he's like, what is he doing? Oh, just give it a minute. It's like, I'm still worthy.
Oh, because at that time it wasn't it because he thought he wasn't worthy. They banished him to Earth, right?
I thought that was out of bounds.
That's his third foul of the game.
So that means he had Mjolnir and Stormbreaker.
That was so cold. But hold on, we're getting really ahead now.
So what happened after that? So they went back. Tony and Steve, they got the stone.
Oh, you remember how he went inside? Or how he didn't go inside? How Rocket went to go see Natalie Portman's character?
Oh. Yeah. I was so confused, like, how are they gonna get in? And then, because Thor: Dark World was like the one movie I didn't see, so I didn't know what was going on.
It was trash.
It was like uninteresting. So they said something about how it was inside her, and I'm like, so how are y'all gonna get in? And then when Rocket pulled out that thing, I was so when Rocket pulled out that thing, I was like, oh boy, this should. I'm like, I hope they don't show this. I'm like, well, it's Marvel. They shouldn't be able to show that. got it.
I was wondering where
And
he was
grab
gonna
that
put it
rebound.
to go grab it. I'm like, you know what? Why don't they just give it to Thor?
I'm
Thor
pretty
was
sure.
like, oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone had a general idea about where it probably would have gone.
Let me get it out the
But
way. I thought it was one
we're
of the
getting off
black.
topic now. Well, there's
Where
3
did it go
areas.
though? They went in
It
her
could have
mouth,
gone.
right? Or they just touched her with it.
Maybe. Let's just continue.
Okay, yeah. We're getting way off topic. When they got the stone back,
They got so.
he was running back to when his mom was telling him. He's like, I failed who I'm supposed to be. He's like, everyone fails who they're supposed to be. It's just you got to be who you
Not
are.
everyone's perfect.
And I was like, yo,
So they got.
he's coming on point with these. These are quotable lines right here for real life.
So they got the reality stone. They have the space stone. They have.
The first one they got
what
back
else
was
did
the
they get?
time stone.
Oh yeah, they got the time stone.
Because he convinced her that, because Doctor Strange just gave it up. And so she was just like, oh, he's supposed to be the best of us.
Oh
So
yeah,
if he
then.
did it, it must have had a plan.
Oh yeah, then. Oh yeah, he knows what he's doing then. I'm still cold. I just realized that. We've been getting blocked a lot.
Imagine if they went to go see Doctor, like literal Doctor Stephen Strange, when he was doing the surgery.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy if they had did that. We need Doctor Strange. Well, he's about 5 blocks down doing a surgery.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the Nebula and when she got the Power Stone until Nebula, I don't know, her head started hurting because someone was accessing the Thanos was accessing.
Yeah, they were
his
accessing
mind,
the
her
memories of
mind.
the other Nebula, and so that hurt her. And I was like, how the fuck?
And then when she came, then she tried to go away. She was trying to contact everyone, and then got beamed up to Thanos' ship. And this is when the movie. This is when I kind of got a little bit lost, like what happened in exact
Well, when
time.
she went
I
back
know
with
they
the-
started confronting her.
So. And then the other Nebula, she dressed up as the new Nebula.
She put that thing on her head.
Yeah, put the armband on too, and I was like, okay. I mean, handband on. I'm like, okay. Oh shit.
Oh.
Damn it. Don't count.
And then we didn't talk about the Soul Stone.
Because the Soul Stone. So basically, Hawkeye and
Black Widow.
and Black Widow all got into an argument about how we gonna sacrifice for this stone. They were both
They almost do like a sacrifice standoff of who's gonna do it
it's
first.
like, no, I'm
like,
gonna kill
almost
myself.
like
No, I'm
stop
gonna
each
kill
other.
myself. No, I'm gonna kill myself. Like, come on now.
And then they both fall off, and I'm sitting there like, are they gonna beat the system? And like, then again, I don't know what. I don't think that would
Because
have
if they
worked.
both sacrifice each other, then who the fuck gets the stone?
It's like,
Is
and
it a
they
case
both
of who
cancel
fall
out.
down
Okay,
down
y'all both
first?
survive.
Like what?
Once they both die, it's like, and then he's like, it cancels out. So y'all both
Oh,
live.
well,
y'all
y'all
get the
are both
stone.
gone, so I guess that means Red Skull gets the stone. And what really threw me off is when Red Skull said the parents of Natasha, and Natasha was like, "Oh no,
She's like,
Ronan
hold
was
up,
like,
wait a minute.
he's like, so you're just gonna believe this guy just because he knows the name of your parents?" And she's like, "I don't even know the name of my dad." And I was like, "Oh shit, shit is getting brief."
When they jumped off and they're hanging off, I had some weird feeling that someone unexpected was gonna die, and I'm like, I mean, the most unexpected person I think that could die was Black Widow, because I can't imagine her dying. So I think she could die, and then sure enough, I was right.
No, because I had seen a couple theory videos that said, the perfect way for Black Widow to go out would be die for the Soul Stone. I'm like, yeah, but why?
That's why I've been
That'd
hearing
be
people
such a bad way.
say Steve. That's why I've been hearing people say Captain America should be dying, but I'm like, no, if he's gonna die, I want him to die in an epic way.
But I was so
Or
mad when they
peaceful.
killed off Black Widow, bro, because that's my bae.
I know my mom probably mad because I know she loves Scarlett Johansson. I don't know if she loves, but I know she likes her because I know she watches a lot of movies that has her in it.
Scarlett Johansson is just an awesome lady.
Um, What the hell was? Oh, that was a buzz beat. I was about to say, what the hell is that shot?
Some good action through the first two
And
quarters
then
as we reach halftime.
when they came back, and then Hawkeye had to say, they were asking, "Where's Ned? Where's Ned?"
It was just silence, and then you know Hulk was. You know
Hulk
Bruce
was
just
finna cry,
pissed.
bro, and I was finna cry. I'm like, no.
He threw the freaking bench across the lake when they were outside.
I think he threw the fucking bitch across the lake. I'm like, okay, Zoltan, calm down. That's not what happened. What a foul, by the way.
Then I think someone started getting like, they were getting like almost like making it seem like it was Hulk. I think it was Thor. I think he was getting upset about something. And then out of nowhere, freaking Hawkeye just goes off on Thor. I don't really remember the dialogue. When they were thinking, because after they left, they came back and they found out about Black Widow dying, and right when Hulk threw the bench, not the bench, the bench, and then Thor started saying some stuff like how we can't do this or something. I doubt he said that, but it was something. Like
Oh, he said,
or something like, we're not gonna do this.
We can't bring her back. Or we no. I want to know how that shit with Gamora is gonna work, bro.
Are they just gonna refresh her memory? No, they can't refresh her memory because it's not like she had amnesia or something.
Because she just literally hadn't lived through it yet.
Unless there's some ability where they can like give her thoughts back or something.
Another thing I want to know is, this is getting way ahead of topic, but how did the snap work again? Because if it was just everyone that
worked, what do you mean how the snap?
Yeah, never mind. Let's not talk about that yet.
I was gonna say, let's just wait. Cause
leave that alone. Leave that
alone.
alone.
Confused. So after that, the whole time heist is done now.
Yeah, the time heist is done.
Can you screw off, LaMarcus? And then I think this stones and Iron Man makes like another Infinity Gauntlet so they can so it can hold him. And then Thor's like, let me do it because for once I want to do something right in my life. And then Captain America's like, no, we haven't made a decision yet. And then Thor's like, not Thor, Hulk was like, I'll do it.
Because he's obviously the strongest.
And he said, and it says something about how it's gamma radiation, and that's basically what the Hulk is, gamma radiation or something like that. Gamma rays becomes the Hulk, so, I mean, obviously it burns his hand as he puts it on.
That was a pretty cool way of looping it back to him. Damn. And then
that was bad.
I want to know because Nebula came back with a time travel, so it was new Nebula.
That was the bad one.
I'm saying the bad Nebula
came back first. That was the one that came back first.
So the new Nebula was just chilling with them the whole time, because she didn't time travel, so she had to go all 5 years into the future, or 9 years into the future. Or no, because it was 5 years.
And
because they went back to like 2014.
And as he did the snap, everything just so quiet, and then Ant-Man walks out. Oh, I forgot. Then Nebula brings Thanos' ship there, and it breaks the whole thing. And they don't really hear because they have like the whole room barricaded. And then once it unbarricades, Scott just looked. I don't know. This was kind of scary, but then again, it kind of made me laugh at the same time because he's like, I think everything's back to normal. And he just flies back.
Wait a minute. We forgot. Hawkeye calling his wife. That really hurt me.
Oh yeah, his wife.
Because everyone got brought back.
Yeah, his phone went off.
I was like, he was talking to his wife and everything, and then I think everything's all good. I think we did it. I think everyone's back, and then
boom.
That scared the fuck out of me. And then
it caught me off guard a little bit, but then again, that wasn't like there was only one time that I clearly, there was a jump scare. Like, it was legit a jump scare. Like, you remember in Infinity War when Vision and Scarlet Witch, they were by themselves. I don't know where they were. They were looking at the TVs about saying something about Tony, and then out of nowhere, Vision got stabbed like out of nowhere. Like that was like a legit jump scare for me.
You
Like,
talking
'cause I
about when
was
they were
not
in
expecting
Scotland
that.
still?
Yeah, and then when he was trying to tell Scarlet Witch how he was gonna go back until one of Thanos' like minions came by and just stabbed him. Like it was just unexpected. Like it was
That
just
really
so
threw
quiet.
me
He's
too.
talking, you know, you just hear boom.
But then,
Perfect.
let's get back on the Endgame because we just went to a whole nother movie.
So everything's destruction everywhere. The whole like HQ is going down, and then
And he
the
grabs
Hulk
he
is like
tells
holding it up with
Nebula
like one.
to go get the stones because the stones went way crazy. Hawkeye found them, thank God.
Starts running, getting chased by those. I forgot. I don't
But
know
in
what they're
this
called.
in this thing, before we even say anything about the gauntlet, how cool it was, very fucking cool by the way. That shit was designed by Iron Man. That thing looked like
Obviously,
an Iron
and
Man
it's red.
arm. It was red and gold. Everything. Okay, that's fucking tight.
I
But
love.
then-
Oh yeah. A little off topic. I love Iron Man's armor in this movie. It's on what's it called?
It's the bleeding edge.
It's
armor.
how it looked in the. It looked like how it looked, yeah, in the comics, the old comics. Oh my god.
I think it's the same armor from Infinity War.
Now this was, cause was this one in in-game nanotech? Cause I never really saw it like.
Yeah, no, it was all nanotech. That's what I'm saying. Nanotech was Infinity War and Endgame.
I was just talking about like how it looked, like the design, because it
I
looks
think it's
different
the
from how
same
it
suit.
looked in Infinity War. I guess.
But that
I
man,
mean, how it looked, perfect. It looks like how it did in the old comics, like with the yellow arms and stuff and legs.
I swear it's the same suit, but that's not the point.
But
Okay, fuck you.
but what the heck?
Giannis.
And so Rocket, Rhodey, they're getting crushed by like the debris, and then Hulk was holding it up with like one arm and a half, basically, because his left arm was like burned
That was traveling. But
from the gauntlet.
64 points for Steph Curry.
And then I think while Hawkeye is running away,
Here's
I think he like goes up this little like hole or something, and then he comes up and he sees Nebula, and he's like, oh,
I know you.
Like right when he's laying down, and then he's like, hey, and then she
know you.
takes the gauntlet, and then she's like, Father, I have the gauntlet, and he's like, hold on, what? And then at that point I thought she was just gonna straight up kill Hawkeye right there. I was like, no. But then the other Nebula showed up, and then Gamora. Oh, I forgot.
Oh yeah,
When
don't
Gamora was
forget 'cause-
talking to Nebula,
no, because
and
we
she
also
was like,
forgot
what
how
happened in the
Thanos,
future?
Captain America, and Iron Man, Thor, Thanos, Captain America, and Iron Man were all having a confrontation of just them four. When
Where they
Thanos
were
was
like,
just
what's he
chilling
doing down there?
on,
Just
why is he
sitting
chilling?
there.
And then Thor,
Thor
Thanos,
called his
and
hammer
Thor,
and
Thanos, Captain America, and
Stormbreaker.
Iron Man. We're all just like having a big ass conflict.
walked up to
Thanos
him.
whooped their ass.
Just pulled out a big double-bladed sword like the freaking lightsaber that Darth Maul had. Oh my goodness.
That was tight.
Like Darth Maul had in the Star Wars movie.
Yeah, that. But whatever.
I just got so scared because the fact that he had a blade that big, it just scared me the whole time. Because I'm like, any one of these three could get stabbed
Get
at any
killed right
moment.
now.
And so, then after that, Gamora asked Nebula, what happens in the future? What happens to us? And then Nebula tells him, and then she's like, you know what? I realize what we've been doing, so I'll join you. And then that's when.
But I just
think
want to know how
Nebula's
that
about to
works. Do
kill
they have
Hawkeye.
to wait until the future for all of that to happen?
I'm
Or
not
they
sure.
time travel too. But then, if they
I
did
don't
time
even know.
travel,
Hits it from three-point range.
how the fuck did the timeline work out?
See, oh my goodness. I don't even know. I have to watch it. Well, I'm gonna see it again I'm probably gonna see it again tomorrow with my dad, so I don't really know. I have to watch it again.
Or maybe they like deconstructed the time thing and they. I don't know. That was very interesting. That's a plot
Anyway,
hole, I think.
where did I leave off at?
What was Dom's plot hole that he pointed?
We're almost there. We're almost there. Um, so I think that's when they try to convince the evil Nebula.
To be good.
I think that's when she was about to shoot someone, and then Nebula shoots other Nebula, and thank God it didn't like erase her or something like that.
They killed that bitch.
Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
And then after that, I think that's when I think they went back down.
But Gamora was on some other shit.
I think that's when they went. I think that's when the camera went back down to like when Thanos and the three fighting, freaking Iron Man, like Thor charging up Iron Man and shooting like a giant beam, and Thanos freaking flipping the blade so super fast and just deflecting them like house way. And then what happened after that? I think he tried to charge. Iron Man tried to charge, and then Thanos like threw him out of the way. Oh yeah, the way Thanos held Iron Man like by his he held him with two hands. I thought he was about to like rip him apart. I was like, boy, you better not.
I thought it was gonna be some WWE type shit that was gonna happen.
Attitude adjustment.
That would have been crazy. Dang.
Threw him aside, and Thor's over here just destroying Thanos and Stormbreaker and Mjolnir until Thanos like knocked him down. Thanos knocked him down, and then Thor called Stormbreaker, and Thanos caught it in midair. I don't know how.
No, he caught Mjolnir.
Oh no, I was getting to the part where I'm like, he's trying to stab Thor with the Stormbreaker because like he had Thor pinned.
You know, but he stopped Mjolnir right there.
Yeah, he did. But when he had Thor pinned, he was what's it called? He has he's about to stab a Stormbreaker. Like you could see it just piercing his armor. Like it's such a tense.
Oh, you talking about when Thor was getting fucked up by Thanos?
Yeah, and then he called Mjolnir. Well, Mjolnir came, and then I think that's when you said Thanos stopped it or something. It like flew back away, and everyone's just like, hold up, what? And then Captain America is holding it.
Captain America
that
called for that shit to his hands. When that happened in the movie theater, everyone was clapping.
Oh my god!
They started clapping and go, woo!
My movie theater was just quiet. Like they only made a noise whenever something funny happens. So,
but they were clapping.
I kind of went like, oh! I went nuts. I was like, and then Thor was like, I knew it, and then freaking Thanos just kicks him into the rocks. And then we see like one of the craziest like one-on-ones that I've ever seen. Captain America just like making freaking Z combos with freaking Mjolnir and the shield at the same time.
That was freaking tight.
Thanos just like, I don't know, he had an adrenaline rush and just started beating the crap out of him and broke his shield. And I was like,
fucking his shield up. I was like, shit, this man finna die now.
I was like, is this it? I was like, is this it? I'm not prepared. I'm not ready. And then he stood back up, and now this is the plot hole Dom was ranting on about. So Captain America, he gets up, and then Thanos, I think he said something. Then you remember when he like made all of those like his whole army come like just like that?
Who, Thanos?
Yeah, like his whole army, like that big army just came. You know how they all just came? Don was complaining about how did he do that, because if you remember when Thanos came, it was because Nebula operated that machine so it could it could bring him there. And then Thanos blew up the whole building it was in. So I'm pretty sure that machine was destroyed, and no one probably dug under the wreckage just to find it if it was still working. So
Yeah, but
how
you
did they all
forget they
get
all
there?
got like what's it called? Because Thanos, I mean, all the Avengers can talk to each other without having like a real thing linked to them. I mean, they have a thing linked to them, but they don't gotta like. They can just talk and like yell across the fucking shit. Because they got something in their ears.
Okay.
So you telling me Thanos, the almighty Thanos, doesn't have one of those?
I mean, yeah, but he's in. This is.
I'm pretty
if that's
sure,
the
like-
army from if that's the army from his timeline, how did he do that? But I mean, if this is the army from this
Yeah,
time,
but the Avengers
No,
had
it-
that shit
no, it
in
can't be
the first
because-
Avengers movie, and that was before that shit.
it can't be. It can't be the army from the present timeline because on what's it called, Ebony Maw and all those other people that died in Infinity War were there.
Yeah, no, because that. Yeah, that's why I think they time travel too.
I don't know why they took so long. If they did, I don't know why it took so long for them to come. Like, why didn't they just come instantly? Because if they came instantly, then the Avengers would have been dead.
Yeah.
'Cause- so they're- I'm confused. I don't
But I
understand
mean,
that.
because Thanos wanted to beat their ass.
I mean, he does like the torment with his enemy.
Exactly. But then what I want to know is,
So
how the fuck did they time travel back? Like, how the fuck did they time travel to it?
I don't even know.
Because then that means that they would have to, like... Because there's no way they all fucking lived through that, because then how the fuck would Gamora come through unless they time traveled?
I think they were already in the ship that Thanos came in through when
Yeah,
Gamora,
but like-
not Gamora, Nebula brought them there.
I want to know if Gamora is, like, the old Gamora is still alive.
I doubt it, but
Because she got sacrificed for that was between the brothers. But she got sacrificed for the time stone in the first one. The soul stone in the first one. And then she came back as the 2014 version of herself. But everyone got brought back from the snap. So she didn't die in the snap. Loki didn't die in the snap.
no. Those are just permanent deaths, probably.
Yeah, I'm saying, but how the fuck? I'm very confused.
'Cause,
This is very like if you try to go deep into it, this is a very interesting movie.
it's good, but
It makes you think. is
even
what
the
it is.
best movies will have some random plot holes
Yes.
that are kind of hard to see. Like you're just so in the moment that you don't actually
can't retcon
actually
that shit
realize
right
that. Well, I mean, overall it was good because Thanos just he says like a monologue, an evil monologue, and then the whole army comes, and then Captain America still stands up because he's not the type kind of guy to give up.
I could do this
Which
all
that was-
day.
I wish he should have. I wish he said that.
If he had said that right
mean,
there,
he
I would
said
have been
that
like
when-
greatest movie. When it was Captain America
he
versus
would've-
Captain
he said
America.
that when he fought him. I can do this all day. I know.
Yeah, I know that. And then when he knocked him out, he's like, "Oh, that is America's ass."
Okay. Yeah, that would have been cool if like all that the army just came and it's America. He's like, I can do this all day. That'd have been awesome.
And then when they came
And
back,
that was
bro,
actually-
the first one to come back was Black
It's like-
Panther.
Oh my goodness.
That's where I really was
lo-
about to cry.
I lost it.
Like, I legitimately was
I
about to
lost
cry.
it.
How the fuck did you go there?
I literally lost my mind. I don't know. I literally
But
lost my mind. I was like,
I was shaking, bro. Like I was like having little shakes in my body. I'm like, oh shit, that man back.
I don't even remember the order. I just remember that Black Panther came, then Doctor Strange, and then Scarlet Witch, and Spider-Man. I lost my
Okay,
crap.
let me
when I saw
see if I can
Spider-Man.
remember it
I was
perfectly,
like,
because I think I got the LeBron memory, because LeBron literally remembers everything. So, what I remember first was Black Panther and Okoye, and who else was there? It wasn't Shuri. Was it?
Shuri.
Okay, so yeah, Shuri.
Shuri, I think Shuri was with them.
So Okoye, T'Challa, and Shuri. And then right after that, it was Doctor Stephen Strange.
16 points for James Harden.
And then after that, it was all of the people that died on what's the planet? Oh no, that died on Titan.
All the Guardians.
All the Guardians came back. It was
Spider-Man.
Star-Lord first, then Mantis. Oh no, it was Mantis, Drax, then Star-Lord, then fucking Spider-Man. That's when I was about to cry.
And then
That's when I had the most water in my eyes. I'm like,
the Wakan, I can't pronounce that word.
Wakandan?
Like the army, the Wakandan army came, and then you just hear Ibombe.
yeah, he Bombay, and I was like, oh shit, it's fucking happening. They're gonna beat his ass. And then Bucky came back, and then Groot came back,
I am Groot.
and then Falcon came back.
I was just
I'm like, oh my god.
so happy. Oh, and then Ant-Man, Groot's like the big size, and then Hulk and Robbie. Oh man. And then Thanos is like, all right. He's just like, you thought this was gonna be freaking Captain America's like, you thought this was gonna be easy? Nope.
Word so easy. That would that would have been a perfect time
no.
for Marvel to come in with the word so easy.
Oh man. But after that, I think like you just hear like the event. You hear Captain America say Avengers
Assemble.
and then
I was like,
and then Thanos like raises his sword, and then you just think freaking Black Panther screams, and then everyone just starts shouting at each other. And I was just like,
that was so awesome, bro.
I never screamed so hard in my life.
You screamed? I was quiet. I was legit shook.
Well, I didn't really like scream. I was just like it's like that type of scream. Like I didn't like flat out scream like a freaking girl like in a horror movie. I was like,
Bro, I was legit shaking.
But,
Like I didn't want to cry, so I just started playing with my lip a lot. And I kept playing with my nose. I was like, oh my god! Like I had a bunch of water in my eyes, bro.
you know, like how some of those those females when they're like at an emotional play or like when they're watching something and something like emotional happens, and they like put both their hands like over their face, like I don't know how to explain it.
I know what you're talking about.
Like they're almost like I kind of did that a lot whenever something emotional happened or something crazy happened. I did that a lot for whatever.
What really
reason.
hit me though was when Tony and Peter Parker had their
Oh, yeah,
reunion.
Spider-Man.
Oh my
That was
god!
just so
Because Tony was
so
finna cry,
awesome.
I was finna cry. PD,
I don't even remember
oh my god, he was finna cry.
the fight like that. Like I remember the fight, but I just don't remember in the order because so much stuff was happening.
Well, let's
Like
just get to
Doctor
the
Strange doing
important
some
stuff.
stuff. So I remember when when they found the Infinity Gauntlet, and I think someone picked it up first. I believe it was Black Panther. He
Black
started
Panther had
running
it
with
first.
until
And then he threw that shit
this
to
was
fucking-
basically
to Spider-Man.
this was basically.
And I was like, oh my
this
god,
was
they're
basically
playing
a
hot potato.
football
When
movie.
Spider-Man had it, bro, I was like, oh.
This is
Spider-Man?
literally like a football movie. This is like that Longest Yard movie when they kept doing the lateral, but this time it was going forward.
Yeah, you were allowed to throw it
But,
forward on this one. But when they gave it to my boy Spider-Man,
And he got like trapped somewhere. And then,
I was
then Captain
really about to
Oh,
cry.
I
I'm like,
forgot
oh
when
my
Captain
gosh.
Marvel came.
she wasn't
I
back
forgot when
yet.
Captain Marvel came. She just
She wasn't back yet.
when he got like trapped somewhere because
Yeah, when
I
all hope
think
seemed
that's
lost,
when
that
he
bitch
told-
popped up. I'm like, oh shit.
I think that's when he told his dude to go instant kill mode. Those freaking
Yeah,
like,
instant
just
kill
came
mode
up,
and
just
just
poking
stabbing
everything.
it. That's when everyone in my theater
It's
started
like,
laughing. But when everyone started coming back,
Captain
bro,
Marvel just
the whole
Captain
theater,
Marvel came and just
the
blew up
whole
a
theater was
freaking
fucking
ship.
clapping. When Captain Marvel came back, I was like, oh shit, this bitch a badass. But she had a haircut. I'm like, fuck out of here.
I like that hair. I thought that was cool. I like
That shit
that.
was ass.
But
We missed the entire plot. Like when they came back and they were like doing shit. And how they were like talking and shit.
doing
But
what?
that was because remember when they like all had like the voice or the video chat with every one of their roadie was just chilling there, and then Captain America showed up and all that.
Hold on.
Shit.
You know what I just thought about? Okoye, one of the what's called the general, wasn't she? But
Nah, she
she
was there.
came. She came with Black Panther through the what's it called?
That
Through
wasn't
the
a
portal
Okoye.
thing that Doctor Strange made. I could have sworn she was there.
Well, I mean, but she was
when he came
already
with
in
Black Panther.
Wakanda.
Oh yeah, he probably. Oh, yeah,
And he
Black Panther
came
probably
back in
back
Wakanda.
and then Doctor Strange probably teleported them there. Okay. I was about to say.
Bro,
something's
when
not
Doctor
right.
Strange, when Spider-Man was freaking, oh my god, when he was explaining what happened, he's like, all right, it's been 5 years, didn't need us. I'm like, what? Doctor Strange really knew what the fuck was happening.
Like, wow. What the heck?
And then when Tony asked him, so, I know you've seen the 14 million different ways.
yeah,
Is this the one? He said, look, if I tell you
If I
what's
tell
gonna
you,
happen,
then it
it's
won't
not gonna happen. And then, like at the very end of the fight, not literally the very end, but when it was getting close to the end, he threw up that number 1 on his hand. I was like, oh my god, it's gonna happen.
He just looked at him. He's like, "What you gonna do?" That was a perfect. Oh my god.
He threw up that number 1. I was like, oh my god, oh my god.
He just looking at him and did that. He's like, "You gonna do it, or what are you gonna do?" Oh no, hold on. Before we get to that, we missed the part where
Everyone had the fucking
when
Infinity
Captain Marvel.
all the female
When Captain
heroes,
Marvel. Oh yes.
they were kicking ass, bro.
I was like, yes. Oh, and I think that's when Spider-Man lost the gauntlet. Then Captain Marvel caught it. She was close until I think that's when Thanos was about to cut her off. And then I forgot when Pepper showed up with the rescue suit.
Yes, that was tight. That was so tight.
I was like, oh my gosh, Pepper.
And then
And then
we're gonna really,
that's when they stopped Thanos. Then she flew past him, and Thanos threw the freaking knife at the van, and boom. And then I think that's when he went. Realistically, when that Infinity Gauntlet, if they didn't, what's it called? Captain Marvel really kind of saved him right there because he was very close to snapping his fingers until Captain Marvel just came.
oh no!
No!
Jaden, leave the party. Jaden, leave the party right quick.
We're not done yet. We're not done
Fuck you.
Jaden, leave the party, please.
Alright, I will.
yet. We're not done yet. But you remember when he picked up the gun and he was about to snap his fingers and Captain Marvel just sped her way over there and just stopped him midway.
Yes.
If it weren't for her, that probably would have just made stuff worse.
You know what was the best part though? I know this is probably getting way ahead. When Thanos had the gauntlet. No!
We're not
Alright,
done.
guys, sorry, yo, I'm back. Oh, okay. How many more minutes?
Like a fucking 30 minutes or more.
We'll just we'll
Yeah, we'll invite you back. when we need you.
invite you when you're done. We'll invite
Trust me,
you when we're done.
we'll wait a minute. What's the thing that I'm tell me when you need me.
Well,
We'll
hold
tell
on.
you when we need you.
Wake me.
Wake me. I was gonna say that! Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay, I bet.
Okay. So when she stopped Thanos from snapping his fingers and then that's when she held him down and then he's trying to struggling then. Dude, I love this part so much. He tried to headbutt her, and then she just didn't flinch like that.
Yeah,
that
because
just
he had
reminded me
the
of some
armor.
crap. That just reminded me of some crap I would see in Dragon Ball Z. Like whenever the villain powers up, and then they try to punch him in the face, and he's just sitting there. Like he really thought that was gonna hurt me. But that was just awesome to me. And then Thanos with the smart villain that he is, he pulls out a stone and then just whacks Captain Marvel with it.
That was a very smart move.
Like,
And then he
holy
put it
crap.
back in.
And,
And here's the best part. The best part of the movie for me was when freaking Thanos was like, I am inevitable.
Inevitable.
But Tony stole all the stones out of the gauntlet already. I was like, Tony, a real one. And he's like, an Iron Man. I was like, oh my god. And then he had the Infinity Gauntlet just form in his suit with the bleeding edge. Oh my god, bro. Yeah, how beautiful that was.
Everyone just vanishing, all the armies and stuff. And what's it called?
Yeah, but no, here about
Thanos
that.
just like, Thanos just.
What the fuck happened to Gamora? Because he didn't know she was a good girl.
That is true. I don't know what happened to her.
Did she die in that shit too? And if so, how the fuck does Gamora
I'm sure they
come
would
back?
have showed her. I don't know.
Because Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to happen. Are they going to replace Gamora with Thor? And then what the fuck happens to?
Never know. We'll probably get a hand at it or something.
That was some bullshit. But
all his armies just fading away. Fade away, yeah. Anyway. Anyway, Thanos was just like, he knew he lost, and
he just got down to one knee, and I'm like, oh.
Just accepted defeat. I'm like, okay.
No.
Damn.
Oh god. Oh god.
Well, I thought he made them. I like how we're just casually talking about a movie and we're just and we just had like a crazy game.
Yeah, we didn't even give a fuck about it. I dropped 93 points and you dropped 70, and none of us gave a shit. We just casually just dropped the damn greatest 2K game of all time while talking about the greatest movie of all time.
What the 5 blocks.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
We're not done anyway, so we can just run this back into a new game.
Okay, so then Tony is just hurt, and that's when the tears started coming.
For you, that's when the tears. I was still like, oh my god, and then the tears formed in my eye, but they never came out. I was like, oh.
Like they were, yeah. The tears didn't actually start coming until I saw Pepper crying. Well, actually, that's when I felt my tears coming. That's when Spider-Man started, like he started getting all worried and stuff like that.
When
Pepper started crying.
When Spider-Man came up to Iron Man when he was dying, I was like, no way, please, no.
And Pepper's like, you can rest now. And she just started crying. And
she said, it's all gonna be okay. I was
like, no.
I was really hoping for Marvel to be funny right there and be like, oh yeah.
I was hoping it was gonna be like a fake. I was hoping it was gonna be like a fake out. Like we thought he's dead, and Tony just cracks like a joke or something.
He's like, I control reality.
You thought I was dead, but no.
Or they start playing Eminem. Guess who's back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend.
But no, I wanted to tell you when you were listening to that Drake song. I was telling you imagine like when Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America came up to Thanos. Imagine they just said out of nowhere, just like, I'm looking for revenge. I was just like, that'd be funny if I just heard. Oh crap.
All Summer 16. All Summer 16. That would have been dope.
Then they had the funeral.
That funeral was so sad.
Did I miss something?
And if they had the funeral,
had everyone.
But hold on, if they had the funeral and Stan Lee had showed up, I would have really cried.
Oh,
I kept saying to myself, I was like, yo, if Stan Lee shows up, I'm really gonna cry.
That would have been good.
If Stan Lee shows up, I'm really gonna cry.
That would have been. Hold on, make the party invite only, because you know Jake's gonna join. He's not gonna. Oh wait, this man. Okay. So anyway, because Jake got online, you know he's gonna join the
I
party.
didn't see him get. Oh, because I got notifications turned off on there.
welcome everyone to the broadcast table. Chris Webber,
Um,
Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan and David
What
Aldridge
else?
on our sideline.
crap.
Yeah, this game is not going to be nearly as epic.
From deep
So we saw.
Oh my god.
again the miss by
I
Thompson.
don't know the order, but we saw like all the important people. In the
And then we
fronts,
saw the little
and
kid from Iron Man 3.
I didn't know who it was at first. I'm like, who is that? And then I kind of had to think back. I'm like, maybe it's related to Tony. And I like thought back to all the Iron Man movies. I'm like, wait a second, is it that kid from the third one? I was like, bro, that kid's grown up. And then
Oh, shit.
you see Captain Marvel just chilling in the back. Nick Fury comes up.
When Nick Fury popped up, I'm like, oh my god, this dude has been absent the entire fucking movie.
Do you remember the part when Thanos' ship started shooting in the sky and they were wondering what they were shooting at?
Yeah, and then it was
thought-
Captain Marvel.
I thought it was the what's it called? The ship that Shield that Nick Fury flies. He doesn't really fly, but like the shield thing that they have that can go invisible.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I thought they were shooting at that. I'm like, oh, this is gonna get crazy.
That's when Nick Fury come in.
If that
And they were shooting at my bitch.
holy shit. You have a 91 free throw, and the other carry has an 87, and you missed 2 already.
It's because that one's better. The Cleveland Kyrie goes compared to Boston
But he
Kyrie.
misses free. No, this one has a 91 free throw, and that one has an 87. But at the Celtics one, barely missed any free throws. But anyway, it's off topic.
Yeah.
Um,
We're pushing about an hour
after
now.
everything, we've been talking for that long.
It's about right now it's an hour and about 12 minutes.
Covered by Irving.
For what was I about to say?
Again the miss by Thompson.
I feel like we missed some important stuff from the movie, but
We most
I
definitely
feel like
did.
we got perfect. I feel like we've gotten some of the big stuff.
Yeah, a lot of the big stuff actually.
So I think they started showing like a montage of like everyone like getting their stuff back together.
Oh, wait a minute,
like
wait a
Peter
minute.
in
Before that, they did a homage when Happy was talking to the daughter of Tony.
Oh yeah.
They did a little
loved
homage.
hamburgers.
Because like that's the first thing he asked for when he came back in the first Iron Man.
Oh no, not hamburgers, cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers, yep. So what would you like, Tony? I need some cheeseburgers. And then it was like,
yeah, Pepper was like, no, we need to get to your interview. And he's like, no, get the cheeseburgers first.
yeah. And then he's like, so what would you like to eat? And she said cheeseburgers. And then everyone in the movie theater didn't even get it. And I was like, oh my god. And he's like, you
Oh yeah,
love
I forgot. He also had like a will, like a recording of himself.
Oh yeah, when he
Remember?
when they showed oh my god, that was so sad. When he showed, oh yeah, everything's gonna go to plan, and it said love you 3,000. I was like, oh, Tony,
That was just.
did you have the time stone? Tony, are you the time stone?
This movie just. And then that's when, oh my goodness, Clay is going off. And then that's when, and then that's when we saw like the montage. We see Peter going back to school. We see Ned. Was that his name, Ned? Holy crap.
Bro, when Ned popped up, I was like, oh my god, Ned. Oh my god, Ned.
Then we saw Black Panther with the new Wakanda, because it looks like, because I remember, isn't he like expanding Wakanda?
Yeah,
opening
Wakanda was
like
destroyed.
Wakanda up to the world. Yeah, it was.
Because of the Battle of Wakanda.
There were some other people that they showed.
Oh
yeah,
we
Hawkeye
completely
seen
forgot
his
about
family
Ant-Man.
again.
Hold on, when Ant-Man came back and he seen his daughter,
Oh
they
yeah.
thought he died in the
Oh
snap.
my god, I totally forgot. Yeah, cause he was looking at the memorial.
Yeah, he went to the memorial. He's like, Scott Lang. He's like, hold on, but I'm right here.
He's like, hold up, wait a minute. And came back home, and then I'm like, who is this? I'm like, that can't be his wife. She looks too young. And then that's when I realized, wait, that could be his daughter. Like, how'd she grow? How'd she grow that in 5 years? I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I know. I think they kind of pushed it with the time travel shit. Unless the bitch was like 10 and she went to 15. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can understand that.
Probably. That's probably what it is. What the f?
Well, that would have been perfect.
I
But
was about to say, if you made that,
basically went over through the entire movie. Everyone in the movie theater was waiting for like a end credit. Oh yeah, the fucking end credit. But I stayed anyway.
post-credit scene. I stayed for like that. I stayed for like that one credit where they were showing like all the actors and like their signature and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That's when we left because I saw a lot of crap on social media talking about who are you playing as? I just realized like who are you playing as right now? Then all right, and then because I was saying like I understand this is like a conclusion, so you can't have like a post-credit scene, but I'm like imagine like the craziest thing like in the post-credit scenes we just see like we're like the camera's just like floating in space. And we see like those, you know how there's like clouds, or those like clouds like in space and stuff like that. And there's like types of like storms. I don't know what they're called. Imagine like every time like in the post-credit scene, imagine like every time like there was like a lightning, or I doubt there's lightning in space, but like every time the clouds like lit up, you saw like an outline, like a purple outline of Galactus. Like,
if they brought in Galactus at the end, bro, I would have lost my shit.
That would have been so stressful.
Or you
like,
just
imagine
see in the at like the end, rather than like a real end credit scene, they just put words on the screen that says like X-Men will be in the next. I was like, oh, I would have been like, oh my god, bitch. Just like how they did that
like,
Black Panther.
Just imagine
Black Panther will return in
just
Infinity
imagine
War.
just imagine beating someone that's like been such a threat to like the universe, and then you go through like all that time travel stuff, and you lost people, and then out of nowhere you just wake up the next morning to that. That's even worse.
But
like,
Galactus isn't really even a bad guy.
No way. He's one of the Eternals though. Because he has to eat plants to survive, but
The dude.
I'm
What's
missing.
he supposed to do? Not eat, bitch?
You know what's the one thing I never knew about Galactus? I'm like, how does he move around in space?
Yeah, I don't understand that either. You think he could change the
Like,
size?
Yeah, I think he can do that. I'm almost certain he can do that. I've seen it. I think I've seen it before in the comics.
Anyway, we're getting very off topic. Now, I think we basically went over almost everything that happened in Avengers Endgame. Very fast
conclusion.
But
A very
oh, wait a minute, we forgot about
best
fucking
conclusion.
motherfucking Captain America.
Oh crap!
And how he gave the
Yeah, he went to
okay. Hold on. Before we say anything,
Yeah.
he went to go put the
terrible
Infinity
at this.
Stones back, right? And
1970s.
he went back to the very thing, right? And he went to go have his. Shit. I don't know how to say this.
Saw Peggy.
Captain
and
America
decided
went
to-
back and did his thing. Okay? He went back and
that
did his
last
thing.
dance.
He went to go get his last dance, and he married Peggy, and all that happened. I was so proud. I'm like,
Like
fuck
what
you.
Tony told him in the earlier movie about getting a life, and then
He went to go do
that's
it.
when
He did it.
that's when Bucky said, "Hey, who's that over there?" And then Falcon got closer.
Wait a minute. You
It was
forgot
just
when they said, he's like, all right, he's going to come back in 5 seconds. He's going to be like, however long it takes him, but he's going to come back in 5 seconds for us. He said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The
All right,
freaking
come back.
Falcon's just getting. Falcon's
He's
just
like,
getting
bring him back.
pissed.
Bring him back, you son of a bitch. Bring him back. He's not coming back. He's not coming back. Bring him back, you son of a bitch. He's not coming back. He's not coming back. I was like,
He's like,
oh my god.
Sam?
I was like, oh my god, oh
And
my
then
god, oh my god.
see some dude sitting there, and I'm like, is that Cap? And I'm like, who? And I'm like, then again, I'm like, I don't even know. Like, he just changed clothes just like that. And it was an old dude, and I was like, bro.
And it looked like him too. I was like, how the fuck?
Yo, CGI these days and all the technology.
I don't
they
think
can
that
do
was
it.
CGI.
Like, did
I
you
think
see
they
that
found a
trailer?
legitimately old dude.
131 left to play.
You seen the trailer for that Will Smith movie where he's like fighting his younger self?
At the elbow, it's
I have not.
and oh boy.
It looks crazy. Like, it looks spot on.
You seen him Toy
Like,
Story
it
4's
looks
trailer?
just like it. I did.
The cat looks realistic as fuck.
The challenge with
Yes.
defending Kyrie, Chris, is how to prevent him from hitting those game-changing shots.
I thought they just started showing a clip of a cat. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck does that have to do anything? And then I realized, oh wait a minute, Pixar legit animated this to look like it's real life.
Oh wait, we forgot about Thor and New Asgard.
And New Asgard and how
the new
he
leader
said
is
the
gonna
new
be
leader of New
gonna be
Asgard is
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie. Valkyrie, my bitch. I love Valkyrie.
And then Thor joined Guardians of the Galaxy.
Asgardians of the
I
Galaxy.
hope he gets Asgardians, okay. And they
That's what he
started
said
they
as a
started
joke.
going on about who should be the leader, and then they said, that's it. I think y'all should fight for it. And then I think someone mentioned about knives or something. I was like,
No, there will be no knives.
okay.
That was Mantis.
And he recovers it.
Kick ass and take names. I mean, kick names and take ass.
Chance effort.
Dude, I cannot score with this Kyrie.
I cannot score with Clay. All right, we basically went over everything. If you know anything else, probably leave it in the comments or like say something to one of us because we're open people and you can reach us. You want to say anything? Say it on YouTube
Kyrie.
or hit me on
And here is Irving.
Twitter.
Social media.
Because if you hit me on Instagram,
not
I'm not gonna
football.
respond to shit.
Launches it.
At me out on Twitter or something. I don't know.
Thompson.
You know what? Just leave it in the comments because that's the only way I'm probably gonna read it because I read all the comments because I never get comments. Ear. All right. Have a good one, y'all. This is about to be a long ass video. An hour and 20 something minutes. I hope YouTube treats this video right. Probably not though. So if you're seeing this, you know what you got to tell me in the comments? Put chicken nugget biscuit in the barbecue sauce. Comment that if you see this. Winky face.
Oh my god. Barbecue chicken.
Chicken nugget biscuit barbecue in the barbecue sauce. Don't forget the mashed potatoes. Ear.